Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex setups for today. So starting off with Euro USD, and the confusion here continues. So there's a couple of things going on. The first thing is on the indexes, or stock market itself. Uh, you know, it's like on a knife's edge of whether it's going to continue down or move to the upside. So that's kind of the setup across all the indexes, well, the one that I watch anyway. Then if you look at what's going on here, we've got dollar strength, and dollar strength means weakness in the stock markets. And then you have this rejection here of 107,662, which is a fairly strong area of resistance. But is it? If you look at the oscillators here, they're just pointing up. They have separated slightly. But the big question here is that an area of potential resistance, or are we looking to change? In other words, a rounding bottom. So if you look at the hour, you can see a big rounding bottom. It's formed over the last 5 days, and a big rejection here this morning still, but then buyers coming back in. So yeah, I'm very reluctant to jump in long or short at the moment. I want to wait until we're above 107,662 for any moves to the upside, and then obviously I'd want some kind of a break of 107,410 and a retest of that before looking for anything to the downside. Now there's a juicy gap here from Monday, so weekly gap as well, and I'm just going to drop down to 15 minutes here because you can see what's going on up into these two levels I've given you, and then we're just going sideways. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for at the moment. It's kind of 50-50. If you look at the indexes and you look at the Forex market, it's no real clear direction yet. Moving on to US dollar Japanese yen, and here it is looking a little bit tired. So we've had this break, and then yesterday, and then we came back to the levels I gave you for a retest, but we haven't really got going. You can see that one fell short in actual fact. So this level is still open, and you might as well just add that one in as well. However, we have broken through the 150 EMA, and we've come back to test it there. So this could be a setup for a move to the downside. This is the level I'm waiting for, 146,586. I want to see a move below. I want to see a retest of that and then get going. And again, I wouldn't be doing this on the hour. I would do this on the 15 minutes, because you can see we are ranging at the moment, the 15 minutes. So the minute we start dropping below this and breaking the lows of the lows of yesterday, that's another thing that I'd be looking at here. I need to see a break and a retest into this zone for a move down. This is actually setting up for a London breakout strategy, although it's the wrong pairs for it. But if I just take the first 8 1-hour bars, and I'm assuming that that's going to be the high and that's going to be the low, if you break below this, the downside, you should get a move down. And if you break the upside, you should come and target this zone again. Okay, so yeah, dollar is looking really interesting. If you look at the US dollar Japanese yen, it does look like there's dollar weakness coming in. If you look at Euro USD, it's not so clear. It's looking more like dollar strength. So 50-50 call at the moment. So I would wait for structure before jumping in on that. Moving on to British pound Japanese yen. Similar kind of setup. The only difference here is we've got a clear crossover in the moving averages, but we are in between the slower and faster moving averages. So that is ranging. We do have a clear bit of structure here that we are flirting with. And if you look at that, the trend is down. No two ways about that. Missed all the levels I gave you yesterday because I didn't look at that level there, and that's where we went to. Hindsight's a perfect science. You always learn something. So that was a fairly decent zone. This morning we're kind of all over the place. I would sort of go with a 15-minute chart here, and you'd be looking at a break below the lows of this morning. Even this level is fairly strong, so it's 183,400. I want to see a break and retest of that for a continuation down, and your target is going to be right over there at 182,961. So this is down until it's not. If we do get above 183,883, then you're probably going to get gap close out there. And to be quite honest, it's probably London breakout strategy is what's starting to form here. So you should get gap close and then a pullback into the zone to find support, and then that may be something rounding. But the bigger trend here is down right now. And this is just a big consolidation triangle that is forming. So I'm more favoring the shorts there. Moving on to Euro British Pound. And strong move up, flag. Does look like the flag is trying to break and retest. There's the top of the flag. Cross over the moving averages, we've got about the 150. Oscillator's not really helping us. But if you pay attention to the hour, you can see oscillators indicating it's a bit tired. So I would expect some kind of a move to come and test structure. And here is my closest bit of structure, and look how everything intersects. So I will be waiting at 0.85,810 for the opportunity to the upside. And if you do it on the 15-minute, you'll see a very clear bit of structure from yesterday there. So that is the area we'll be watching. And I'm just going to draw this level in, because look at the oscillators, they've grouped to the downside, and that's kind of where we've come to. So that would be the next area. So pay attention to these two areas at the open. Not now, it's still too early for this, but if price gets into here and you start getting a pin bar, inside bar, engulfing bar, you're looking for another move to the upside. Now the bigger picture here is from the 8 hour, because you have a strong move up last week there. Bottom of flag, and you're looking for a move up into that area. There's a pin bar, and there's so much structure here, because there's another pin bar there. So that's kind of where I'd be taking profit, is on this lower one, 0.86246. So that's going to be a fairly long swing trade, that, if it plays out. So yeah, pay attention to 15-minute, nice early entry, stop, close stop, get going after the first pullback, stop to entry, and then just let that run for the week. Yeah, you should get to the upside there. Anyway, that's kind of me for today. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.